LIC type fire call. Fire confined on the second floor of the ground floor plus upper two floors of an LIC building that has now been reported. Remember, smoke has also been logged on the common passage floor of the second floor that has now been reported. Motor pumps are still in operation. Meanwhile, rescue efforts are still on. This is a massive fire being reported at the LIC building in Mumbai. That's the latest breaking news coming in from Mumbai this time, where this is about a fire that has now been reported with first visuals here on Times Now. BMC says no casualties that have now been reported. The fire, remember, is confined to the second floor of the ground plus upper two floor LIC office building. Smoke has been logged in the common passage area of the second floor, and we have about 8 fire engines that have now been rushed to the spot. Meanwhile, according to the BMC and the officials on the ground, the fire has now been confined to an electric wiring installation, computers, file records, wooden furniture in the salary saving scheme section on the second floor of the ground plus upper two floor LIC building. And there has been 3 small hose line of 8 motor pumps that have also been in operation. And we have the latest visuals on our screen right now coming in. Meanwhile, the BMC maintains that there have been no casualties yet that have been reported. So far, they are still making an effort to find out whether or not there is somebody who is stuck inside. But we can see smoke billowing and fire that can be seen on the second floor of this particular building. Remember, this is an LIC building where a fire has now been reported on the second floor. This is a ground plus upper two floored LIC office building where this fire has now been reported. We'll try to shortly go across to our reporter who will also be joining us live from the location. But this is a massive fire being reported in a 2-story building. This is, remember, an LIC office building in Mumbai, where the fire has now been confined to an electric wiring section, installations, computer area, and also the area where they have their file records, wooden furnitures, as well as the salary saving scheme section. This is on the second floor of this particular building. There have been a total of 8 fire engines that have also been rushed to the spot to douse the fire. The BMC maintains that so far there has been no casualties that have been reported, but search and rescue operations are still on. Let me also now go across to Shivani joining us live on this broadcast. Yes, Shivani, help us understand the situation on the ground.
Yes, of course. Yes, first of all, I will show you the search operation. Those are going on. As you can see, the fire flames over here, the blazes over here. It is increasing with time, and of course, this was under control few minutes back. But as we see that again, the fire blazes have increased, and still, as you can see, earlier there were 8 fire motor vans over here, and now those have been increased and added with 2 more. And as you can see, the fire flames constantly increasing. Video journalist Hemant is showing you the live visuals from the LIC office, and not only this particular building, but as you can see, there are officers, those are also working, and in fact we have been also asked by the cops over here to remain at the backside, because there are also some cylinders inside that can, there are also the chances to get it blast, and hence the search operations are going on. Earlier in the day, in the morning, the fire took place at this particular side of the building, where the salary department is there, where the documentations are kept. But then later, by the time fire engines reached at the spot, again it increased to the entire second floor, and as you can see, still the operation to rescue everything is going on. Thankfully, fortunately, there was nobody present inside other than one security person that was also standing outside, and he was the same person who reported this. Inside are the electronic gadgets, the wirings, the documentations, all the files, etc. And hence, because of those wiring and electronic gadgets only, we are understanding that the fire is increasing with time. And as you see, the operations are going on here and across. This entire premises was filled by people, but those have been evacuated from the spot, just because, as I mentioned, that the officials have informed that there are some cylinders inside, and hence they might just get blast because they don't know what is the situation inside, and that is why the primary idea is to just control this fire from the outside as much as it is possible. And we are also learning for the moment of time as the fire started increasing even more and more fire engines have also been called here. Earlier were 8, now it's been added to 2 more, so now it is 10, and few more are on their way. So definitely no injuries, those have been reported so far. Reason being that there was nobody present inside when the fire incident took place at 6:50 in the morning. But yes, by the time fire engines reached at the spot, again the fire flames increased. And what we are also learning as of now, the documents were there inside. The officials, the head of the department have already reached over here just to give the proper idea as to where the office is, what all is kept where, and that is also we are learning. Also right now, as you can see, there are a lot of people, those are here. Those are the people, the residents of the nearby building. Some of them are the officials. In fact, what I also got to know is that the IT department people were also called immediately, to stop the supply of the data and the documents, and of course to control the situation. There were people, the electricians were also called, but of course nobody could go inside because the fire flames are still a lot and high. And at this particular building also, what I'm seeing right now, the fire was under control, but again it increased, and now there is one particular person who is just behind this particular area, and of course there are more than 2 to 3 people those are surrounded in this particular building and trying to control fire. As of now, not a single fire brigade officer is been sent inside because the officials are saying that the fire is huge and it won't be easily controlled, at least for the next moment of time. What also Hemant will show you that there are some officials, those are trying to get inside the building right now from the ground floor. And of course now hopefully the fire is somewhere a little in control, but not exactly completely, and hence what we are saying that now the officials will reach out inside and understand that how big the fire is from the inside of this 2-story building. On the second floor was the salary department where all the documents were there, and as you see through the visuals, there is this AC which is right now you can see it's totally burnt, and this is the outside area of the building, so we can clearly assume that what is going to be the inside visuals of this particular building. Everything must be under the rash right now, and as you see in the morning it was reported there were people, not only the security guard but also the other residents over here, those who saw this particular video, the photos they were sent, those were sent to the fire brigade team, and immediately they were called, and level 2 fire was reported within 10 minutes of time by the information.
All right, thank you so much, Shivani, for getting us that ground update. We'll keep a close watch on what really happens next. We'll slip into a short break. News and updates continue here on Times Now. Stay tuned.